Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to. Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to the fantastically screwy world that we like to call Steve Sporty Balls. I am your host, Steve, the Backsman Baxley. Pleasure to see you. To see you, a pleasure. Yes. Let's get everything. Let's get everything to normal. If we ever, if anything ever is normal about this week, oh boy. Okay. Get the teleprompter working. We study the teleprompter. There we go. All right. See, we do this. We're happy, contentable, and we're still here. Thank gosh. Anyway, let's enough of that little discussion, Atari. Got a lot to do in the next few weeks, so we're going to make every attempt to stick around here. So here we go. Welcome everybody to Steve Sporty Balls. It's sports and whatever the hell else we can come up with. Big hour. And if you will excuse me for just a slight moment, just gonna say popping to do my little show. Yep, I'm popping to do my little show. Hopefully I'll come back. Yep. Anyway, let's do this. Okay, welcome. Welcome, everybody. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for our basketball. That's right. By the way, all of our scores, our scoreboard is, as always, presented to you by, hey, Matt, how you doing, dude? Matt Eddie, of course, Matthew Nichols, our producer and equal host on our show Last Call Cafe on Spreaker.com, powered by iHeartMedia. Thank you very much. And before we get started here, of course, I was going to tell you all that our scoreboards, as always, are presented by Caesars Sportsbook and Casino. And if and always remember, we are all Caesars, but even Caesars do have their limits. And if you think you have a little problem, a little gambling problem, don't worry, because there's some people who will help you out. And they are the men and women of the National Problem Gambling Helpline. Please call 1-800-522-4700. That's 1-800-522-4700. And they will indeed help you because they have hearts and souls and care. That's what the world needs, is a heart, a soul, and people that care. And these folks are among the many that do. All right, we got one game still going on right now. And it is a shaka, it is a stunner. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left to play in the third period. The Lakers are up one on the New Orleans Pelicans, 70-69. Excuse me. Can we? Bring that again, please. Thank you. And now for some final scores. Washington Wizards over the Dallas Mavericks, 135-103. Toronto Raptors whipped the Orlando Magic, 102-89. Boston Celtics over the Indiana Pacers, 128-123. The Detroit Pistons, again, big-time winners against the Oklahoma City Thunder by a score of 110-101. LA Clippers over the defending NBA champ Milwaukee Bucks, 153-119. Memphis Grizzlies over the Phoenix Suns, 122-114. Sacramento Kings over the Houston Rockets, 122-117. San Antonio Spurs over the Portland Trail Blazers, 130-111. And the Minnesota Timberwolves over the Denver Nuggets, 136-130. And that is your NBA scoreboard. Of course, the Final Four, I do believe championship, is it championship Saturday or Sunday? Well, Final Four is this weekend, and of course, the national championship is on Monday. And the national championship is on TBS, not CBS this year, but TBS. And we are at 13 minutes past midnight, so it is no longer April Fool's Day, but now just another boring April 2nd. I know, we got to give April 2nd something. Oh, yeah, April 2nd. Exhaustion Day. No, actually. I mean, hey, if April Fool's Day is on April 1st, what should April 2nd be? I mean, come on, we got to give something to April 2nd. Anyway, we'll give y'all a moment to think about what kind of a holiday we can give April 2nd. Relaxation Day. There you go. There you go. Everybody, relax. You know, breathe. Just, relax. Just take it easy, If you're in a chair with about four forecasters and a strange one, just sit like this and do your show like this. This is relaxation. Anyway, let's get on with the big old scoreboard. And the scoreboard, there we are. Hi there. Hi there. Okay, thank you. Okay. Capital City Go-Go beat the Long Island Nets 86-87. Delaware Bluecoats over the Wisconsin Herd 144-110. College Park Skyhawks over the Grand Rapids Gold 118-115. Iowa Wolves over the Oklahoma City Blue 124-114. Santa Cruz Warriors over the Austin Spurs 118-112. And the Texas Legends beat the Salt Lake City Stars 103-91. And now, as a public service, we do it for hockey. We'll do it for the NBA G League. And here we are. 2 o'clock games tomorrow. Greensboro Swarm and Raptors 905 from Mississauga, Ontario. That game to be carried on NBA TV and NBA TV Canada. Another 2 o'clock game, Cleveland Charge and the Motor City Cruise from Detroit, Michigan will be on NBAGleague.com. 7 p.m. games, Wisconsin Herd taking on the Delaware Bluecoats from Wilmington, Delaware. That'll be on TV 32 in Wisconsin and NBAGleague.com everywhere else. College Park Skyhawks take on the Grand Rapids Gold at 7 p.m. Hey, Dandelion, how are you, sweetness? You're just in time for the hockey scoreboard. But we got to finish up the NBA G League here. College Park Skyhawks, Grand Rapids Gold, that'll be on NBAGleague.com. Maine Celtics and the Lakeland Magic will be on the NBAGleague.com. Plus, they will be on. Hold on here. Thank you, boys. Thank you. WONN AM 1230 and FM 107.1 and 96.3 The Big Jab. And another 7 p.m. game, Fort Wayne Mad Ants going up against the Westchester Knicks. That'll be on NBA G League and MSG. Birmingham Squadron, Memphis Hustle will be on NBA G League, My 68, and V94.9 FM. And our 8 o'clock games, Capital City Go-Go at the Windy City Blues. That game also on NBA G League. And, of course, tape delayed on NBC Sports Chicago and the Monumental Sports Network. Sioux Falls Skyforce and the South Bay Lakers on NBA G League and Spectrum Sportsnet. Agua Caliente Clippers and the Rio Grande Valley Vipers on NBAGleague.com. Austin Spurs and the Texas Legends will be on the NBAGleague.com and the Legends Facebook Live. And the 9 o'clock late game will be the Stockton Kings versus the Salt Lake City Stars, also going to be on NBAGleague.com. And now it's time, folks. We go from the hardwood to what? That's right. From the hardwood to the hard synthetic ice, it is time for Dandelion Fluff's favorite portion of this broadcast. That's right. It's hockey night time. That's right, folks. Get your NHL hockey fix right here, right now. Let's go to it. And it's a full slate. And as we do, every time we do, we got 2 games still going on in progress. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left to play in regulation. The Golden Knights of Vegas taking on the Seattle Kraken, and it's the Knights up 3-1. Second intermission, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks and the Arizona Coyotes. Ducks lead the Coyotes 4-0. Final scores, we got them, and here they are. The defending two-time Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning, feeling like they're champions already. Yet again, they beat the Chicago Blackhawks by a score of 5-2. Paul for Tampa Bay, 2 assists. Colton for Tampa Bay, 2 goals, 1 assist. And Kucherov for Tampa Bay, 2 assists. Final score, Buffalo Sabres over the Predators of Nashville, 4-3. Thompson for Buffalo, 2 goals. Tuck for Buffalo, 2 assists. Krebs for Buffalo, 1 goal, 1 assist. New York Islanders over the New York Rangers. The Battle of New York has ended, and the Islanders are the big winners. 3-0 over the Rangers. Barzal for the Islanders, 1 goal, 1 assist. Varlamov for the Islanders, 27 saves. And Zizikas, 1 goal. All right, more finals. The Ottawa Senators laid waste to the Detroit Red Wings 5-2. Sogard for Ottawa, 27 saves. Joseph for Ottawa, 3 goals, 1 assist. Raymond for Detroit, 2 goals. In overtime, it was the Edmonton Oilers 6, St. Louis Blues 5. Kane for Edmonton, 1 goal, 2 assists. McDavid for Edmonton, 2 goals. And Hyman for Edmonton, 2 goals. And you think that's it? Oh, are you kidding? No, sir, that is not it. What comes on Friday? That's right. Every Friday we do this. Why? Because we want to make you proud to be a hockey fan. That's why every Friday, unless I forget, we bring you the lineup for Saturday night. Saturday night. That's right. It's time for our let's see what's coming up this Saturday. A look at Saturday games of the National Hockey League. And here we go. We got some poppers, folks. It begins at 12:30 with Florida Panthers visiting the New Jersey Devils. That game will be seen on the NHL Network and MSG Plus, along with Bally's Florida. And for our Canadian friends, it'll be on Sportsnet 1. The national game, there's another national game. Pittsburgh Penguins visiting the Colorado Avalanche at 3 o'clock. That game to be aired on ESPN Plus and ABC here in the States. You folks in Canada, you get to watch it on Sportsnet and Sportsnet 1. Amazing. All right, 7 p.m. Let's find out what's coming up on Hockey Night in Canada. We begin with the Los Angeles Kings visiting the Winnipeg Jets. That game can be seen on 360, formerly The Score, City TV, Sportsnet West, and for America, it'll be on Bally Sports West. Columbus Blue Jackets pay a visit to the Boston Bruins. That game will be seen on the New England Sports Network and Bally Sports Ohio. Now, I'm folks in Canada. Yes, you are folks in Canada. Les Canadiens de Montreal visit the two-time Stanley Cup defending champs, the Tampa Bay Lightning. That game will be a Hockey Night in Canada big event. That'll be seen here in the States on the NHL Network and also on Bally Sports Sun. In Canada, you can see that game on City TV, Sportsnet East, en français Le Canadien, TVA Sports. The Toronto Maple Leafs pay a visit to the Philadelphia Flyers. That game will be the CBC, one half of the CBC Hockey Night in Canada double dip. It'll be on CBC, Sportsnet Ontario, Sportsnet Pacific, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. The Minnesota Wild pay a visit to Carolina to try to battle the Hurricanes. That game for America will be for viewers in the U.S., and those of you who get NHL Center Ice, Bally Sports South, Bally Sports North, and Bally Sports Wisconsin Extra. The late game, St. Louis Blues pay a visit to the Calgary Flames. That will be the second half of the CBC Hockey Night in Canada double dip. That game also on Sportsnet, City TV, en français Le Canadien, TVA Sports number 2, and in the States on Bally Sports Midwest. And our final game for Saturday night will be the Dallas Stars visiting the San Jose Sharks. That game will be seen on NBC Sports California and Bally Sports West, or Bally Sports Southwest, excusez-moi. That is your Saturday night hockey night, date night report. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. God bless you all. And may the puck be with you always. Anyway, let's keep going. Yes, you are folks in Canada. So this is a public service for everyone who loves hockey in both the States and in Canada. We love to do this. It is a public service. All right. We have done that, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for the briefness of headlines. And here we go. Let's go first to the NFL. And not the NFL, actually, it's college basketball. In one of his last few media sessions as Duke's head coach, Mike Krzyzewski took an opportunity Friday to voice his opinion on the changing landscape of the NCAA and in particular how the organization's evolution will impact college basketball. With his Blue Devils set to play North Carolina in the Final Four on Saturday night, Krzyzewski's coaching career will be over by Tuesday at the latest, but Coach K made it clear he'll be watching closely the results of the NCAA's Division I Transformation Committee. The committee, chaired by SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey and Ohio Athletic Director Julie Cromer, was announced in October with the purpose of, quote, making recommendations to the board for how to address Division I's most significant challenges and more effectively meet the needs of current and future student athletes, end quote. Now, beyond the changes enacted allowing immediate eligibility for transfers and permitting college athletes to benefit financially off their name, image, and likeness, the NCAA faces scrutiny on a litany of other issues. Among them is the slow nature of its enforcement process, which has been magnified as infraction cases have been clogged up for years following the FBI's 2017 sting on corruption in the sport. A bipartisan bill unveiled by Congress this week would limit NC2A investigations to a maximum of 8 months and cut statute limitations in half to just 2 years. Krzyzewski clarified that he would prefer not to be involved in a formal basis in engineering structural change within the NC2A, but wanted to be clear about where he stands as he prepares to exit the coaching ranks, calling the NCAA an organization that has not been able to adapt. If you're going to change, don't talk to just the older coaches. The younger coaches have a real good feel for what's happening right now with NIL and student athletes being represented by agents in the transfer portal, and you know why. They have a better feel for it than me because it affects them. And you should always talk to the people that are being affected by what's going on now, not by people who are retired or people who are just in a committee who don't have a feel for it. How do you get a feel for it? And you have to talk. And a lot of the young coaches would be great at this. As Coach K finishes his 42nd and final season at Duke before handing the program over to Associate Head Coach John Shayer, we will continue to bring you tributes and everything else from the farewell tour of a true coaching legend. Yahoo! Okay, let's continue this. And by the way, minute 19 seconds left to play in the third. It's 85-80. Lakers over the Pelicans. Indeed. Okay, more college basketball news. Butler announced Friday that it is firing coach Lavalle Jordan after 5 seasons on the job. The Bulldogs finished 14-18, 6-14 in the Big East this season, marking the program's second straight losing campaign. The 42-year-old Jordan is a former Butler guard who played key roles on NC2A tournament teams for the in 2000 and 2001. Jordan's firing comes late in the 2022 coaching change cycle at a time when nearly every other significant position that came open has already been filled. The timing is attributable to the fact that Jordan's buyout figure dropped Friday, according to Matt Norlander of CBS Sports. Butler did reach the 2018 NCAA tournament under Jordan's direction, his first season after taking over for Chris Holtzman, who left for Ohio State. The Bulldogs never returned to the big dance during his tenure, however. Butler's 2020 team was on track for a bid with a 22-9 record before cancellation due to COVID-19. All right, by the way, the women's NCAA final has been set. It is UConn versus South Carolina. That's right. Okay, well, we know, folks out there, you may be soccer fans. We hope you are, but today was indeed the day that the choices for the World Cup were made, and thus we got them. So let's go through the groups. Group A has Qatar, the host country, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. Group B, England, Iran, United States, Scotland, the winner of Scotland, Ukraine, or Wales. So the winner of the Scotland-Ukraine game will meet Wales, and the winner of that game will be the fourth wheel in Group B. In Group C, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Group D, France, the winner of Australia, United Arab Emirates, and Peru. Yeah, if Australia beats the UAE, they will go up against Peru, and the winner of that game. Well, let's put it this way. The winner of Australia and the UAE, as well as will go on to, well, the winner of Australia and the United Arab Emirates will go on to meet Peru. That team will be the second team in Group D, with Denmark, Tunisia, and France. Group E, Spain, Germany, and Japan. And the fourth rung will be either Costa Rica or New Zealand. Group F, Belgium, Canada. Canada, you made it. Canada, you made it in. You made it in. You're in the Group F, which is Belgium, Morocco, Croatia, and Canada. Group G, Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Ooh, yes. And Group H, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. Now, strength-wise, well, until we find out exactly the completion of Group B, Group D, Group E, I'm going to hold off my predictions. But congratulations, Canada. You are in Group F. Applause, applause, applause. Oh, Canada. All right. Now, here are the winners and losers according to our friends at CBS. Netherlands, one of the winners. They're going to feel very happy with their draw, but Qatar will feel equally grateful as well. Anything could happen with Senegal and Ecuador, but Netherlands look good. Loser, Iran. As if the Flock of Seagulls song wasn't enough. Get it? Iran. Let's see. It's going to be a tough one for the Iranians. This group will not be short of talking points around any of their games, but they will really need to hit the ground running to stand a chance of making it out. Another possible winner, England. That's right. England, yes. Loser, Tunisia. Winner, France. Loser, Japan. Winner, Brazil. Loser, Cameroon. And the winner, the United States men's national team. So there you go. Congratulations. Bring air conditioning. Okay, let's keep going. Jacob deGrom, Mets ace pitcher, has been diagnosed with a stress reaction in the scapula. Expected to miss very much opening day start and a lot more. There is no timetable on his return. He's expected to be shut weeks before being reassessed. So there you go, and that fun kid is. Yes. The Houston Texans reportedly are signing a very speedy player. Marlon Mack will remain the AFC South in 2022, but with another team. Mack, a former 1,000-yard rusher for the Colts, has signed with the Houston Texans, according to ESPN. Mack, who was a fourth-round pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, rose to the top of the Colts depth chart in 2018, rushing for 908 yards, 9 touchdowns, 12 games. The following season, Mack was the focal point of the Colts offense. Following Andrew Luck's abrupt retirement during the preseason, he rushed for a career-high 1,091 yards that season to go with 8 rushing touchdowns in 14 games. So there you go, right there. Just a little soup song. Okay. We've already done that story. So let us get over there. Thank you. What a difference a year makes. Last summer, Dolphins quarterback Xavier Howard requested a trade after frustrations grew over his contract situation. Well, now there's no more. Thanks for the updates. Off to sleep. I'll join you. No, I got to do this show. The two sides came to terms on a restructured 5-year contract that includes nearly $51,691,177 in new money, according to Howard's agent. So there you go. That is wild. Okay, while we're on this little moment before we go into our three other segments that we do for you tonight, we must, of course, acknowledge the very popular reason this program does what this program does, and that is to see if our friend Nick Ncaa will be streaming tonight. And it doesn't look like Nick's going to be streaming tonight. Nick Ncaa, as you know, is the humble Minnesota lawyer who does a wild and unpredictable show called Lost-Splaining the Interwebs. And he does a good job of explaining everything in the land of law and order. Or is that law and odor? Aha. Anyway. So if he does stream tonight, you'll be able to see it on the Ncaa Law channel here on YouTube. Okay. Now, before we do anything, I would be remiss if I did not do a special request. It is a birthday for a good friend, Audrey Dahlgren's Avery Dahlgren. That's right, Avery Dahlgren. It's her birthday. And I promised Audrey I would do my traditional birthday song, which goes something or exactly like this. Oh, oh, happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday, Avery. Oh, happy birthday. I say a happy birthday. A happy birthday. To you. Live long and prosper. Make it a good one. All right, there we go. Yes, friends. There we are. We promised to entertain you, and we certainly have. Yes. Hello, lovely Sherry. How are you? Dandelion Fluff has gone to sleep, and Matt is still with us. Yay. Okay, we've done the birthday song. Thus, and therefore, it is time for us to go to the international sports. That's right. Let's do the international sports and let's make it good. Okay, let's pop up. Okay, international sports, of course, we do soccer. So here we go. In championship soccer, it was Huddersfield Town over Hull City, 1-0. In the FA Women's Super League, Birmingham City and Everton tied at 0. Scottish Championship, Ayr United tied with Hamilton Academical 1-1. Greenock Morton and Kilmarnock also tied at 1. Scottish League 2, Edinburgh City and Kelty Hearts tied at 1. Lowland League, Cumberland Colts and East Stirlingshire tied at 0. Simaru Premier, the New Saints 3, Cairnford Town, nothing. Kona's Quay Nomads 1, Aberystwyth Town, nothing. Irish Cup semifinals, Crusaders. Lovely Sherry says, off to bed, have a great stream. Thank you, Sherry, and sleep well, dream well, and if you wake up with a smile on your face, then your dreams come true. Semifinal, Crusaders over Cliftonville 2-1. Irish Premier Division Soccer, Derry City over the Bohemians 2-1. Dundalk over UCD 2-0. Shelbourne over Sligo Rovers, 1-0. St. Patrick's Athletic and Drogheda United tied at 1. Shamrock Rovers over Finn Harps 3-0. In Das Bundesliga, Union Berlin over Cologne 1-0. In Belgian soccer was Club Bruges over Beerschot 3-1. Danish Superliga action, Viborg over Sandersk 2-1, and in Portugal, Sporting Braga over Benfica 3-2. Time now, folks, for us to get you at least maybe one media bite for tonight, and that media bite is a sad one if you happen to be a baseball fan. When Tim Carver left Fox Sports after the 2013 World Series, he didn't leave the broadcasting world. Instead, he went back to the local level and became a part-time analyst for Cardinals broadcasts on what is now known as Bally Sports Midwest. In recent years, McCarver's future as a broadcaster had been in doubt. At the end of 2018, he expressed indecision about returning to the booth for his 2019 season. McCarver opted out of the 2020 season following advice from his doctor and didn't return in 2021 as the pandemic continued. Well, McCarver won't be returning this season. He's calling it a wrap on his broadcasting career. So says Dan Caesar, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. It's now official. One of the legendary careers in baseball broadcasting, sportscasting for that matter, has ended. Tim McCarver, who was the television analyst for more World Series than anyone, 24 games, and a fixture on the air for decades, is retiring from the business. The acknowledgement by McCarver, who spent the final 6 years of his unparalleled run in the booth covering the Cardinals for what is now Bally Sports Midwest, comes 3 seasons after he called his last game. In the interim, he's been in limbo during the height of the coronavirus panic. He said of putting down the microphone, "I think I'm happy about it. I think that's the best," end quote. Now, it's a shame that McCarver didn't get a chance to say goodbye to Cardinal fans on the air, but maybe that'll be rectified at some point during the 2022 season. The Cardinals will be paring down their broadcast booth a bit this season. Dan McLaughlin will return as the team play-by-play voice, with Jim Evans and Brad Thompson rotating as analysts. Rick Ankel, Ricky Horton, and Al Hrabosky were all in the analyst rotation last season and will be in different roles this year. Horton will move to radio, replacing the retired Mike Shannon. In addition to pre- and post-game studio work, Ankiel and Hrabosky will both have roles in pre- and post-game shows. So that's very nice. That's very nice. That's very respectable. Yes, indeed. Now, if you thought the end of a basketball game was too long, oh, God. Sports have a knack for drawing things out, so it takes forever. Baseball games, despite Major League Baseball's attempts to speed things up, last over 3 hours. The final couple of minutes of a basketball game can feel like an eternity if the score is remotely close. The folks at FIFA, they're the World Cup folks, however, take the cake with their elaborate World Cup tournament draw. For a procedure that consists of drawing balls out of a bowl, FIFA took nearly an hour and a half to draw to 32 spots. That was because people first had to sit through a weird children's cartoon with a talking mascot, musical performances, speeches from the FIFA president and the Emir of Qatar, interviews with every guest who came up on stage or participated in the actual draw, and a further explanation of the draw with the teams involved. It's like being a kid on Christmas and being told you couldn't open the presents yet. All in all, it took about 45 minutes until we actually saw some balls. They weren't sporty balls on TV. Even Idris Elba's hosting couldn't save the show, as his Wirecast mate Isaiah Whitlock Jr. dusted off a classic phrase when talking about how long the draw was taking. And you thought it was taking too long for the fans. Even those in soccer media were getting impatient on it. Oh boy. In fact, some of them grew beards, even the women. Now, if there is a silver lining, it's that the broadcast wasn't bloated with commercials. The entire draw was commercial free, which probably didn't make broadcasters and those in the U.S. too happy. It's a good thing this only happens every 4 years, though, with a 48 team draw coming in 2026. I suggest taking a nap. Okay, folks, that, my friends, is that for our media bites, our sports media segment. We're now down to our last segment for the week. That is, of course, our international sports. And hello, we're not. Something's gone funky here. Hello. Yep, we're still a funk here. Okay. Good. We're still going strong here. Okay. Give us a little moment. We'll find out what has happened. Okay. Well, teleprompter down. Teleprompter back up. Teleprompter is back up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. We had a little tech issue with our teleprompter. It is now back in order. So we now get you to our last segment, ladies and gentlemen. It is our closer, as we like to say, the international, our international sports. And boop. Nope. Yeah. Okay. I've already done that. So let's go to basketball in Europe in EuroLeague. Anadolu Efes beat Alba Berlin 87-77. Olympiacos over Barcelona 73-66. Baskonia over Zalgiris Canoas 96-79. Bayern defeated CZM 82-57. Let's get you an update on the NBA. In the 8th minute of the 4th quarter, the Lakers are holding on to a 1-point lead with the New Orleans Pelicans, 104-103. In Spain, Valencia beat Tenerife 92-88. Let's update you on the lone game still going on. In the 12th minute of the 3rd period, Anaheim Mighty Ducks are blanking the Arizona Coyotes 5-0. And final score just in, Vegas Golden Knights over the Seattle Kraken 5-2, and the Edmonton Oilers beat the St. Louis Blues in overtime 6-5. In Finnish hockey action in the playoffs, Karpat beat Ilves in OT 3-2. Swedish hockey playoffs in overtime, Frölunda defeated Växjö 4-3, and Färjestad over Skellefteå 2-1. In baseball, the Nippon Professional Baseball League, Chibalati Marines over the Seibu Lions 2-1. Chunichi Dragons over the Hiroshima Carp 3-2. Orc Buffaloes over the Nippon Ham Fighters 2-0. Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks over the Rakuten Golden Eagles 1-0. Yokohama Bay Stars over the Yakut Swallows 6-1. The Omuri Giants beat the Hanshin Tigers 6-5. Speaking of Tigers, let's get you a ride on Major League Baseball's preseason games. And I think this is our last one because opening day is April 7th. So here we go. Baltimore defeated Philadelphia 3-2. Yankees over the Tigers 6-2. Houston over Miami 2-1. Minnesota over Atlanta 8-7. Pittsburgh and Toronto ended in a 6-6 tie. St. Louis over the Cardinals beat the Mets 7-2. Tampa Bay over Boston 9-3. San Francisco and Texas tied at 7. Oakland over Chicago White Sox 12-4. Arizona over the Cubs. The Diamondbacks over the Cubs 6-0. Los Angeles Angels over the Cincinnati Reds 7-6. Milwaukee Brewers over Chicago Cubs 5-3. Cleveland over Arizona 5-1. Colorado over Seattle 2-1. And in the eighth inning, it was San Diego 4, Kansas City 2. And finally, in cricket, the Kolkata Knight Riders won over the Punjab Kings in India by 6 wickets. Meanwhile, in the cricket test series, after 2 days, Bangladesh trails South Africa by 269 runs with 6 wickets remaining in the first inning. And in the one-day international, England and Netherlands are just getting out of the break time zone. So that is it. That is it, folks. We have done it with pride and no prejudice. We have done it, and we thank you very much for tuning in. And to our entire crew here for enjoyment and fun, we're glad that you stayed with us. Thanks for being a part of it. We're back tomorrow at 11:35. Tomorrow night, our regular time. Hope you all had a great April Fool's day and night, and will join us for a normal Saturday show. Well, normal, if you, of course, can define the word normal. Because with us, nothing is ever normal, including sports. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley, and until tomorrow, we bid you good night. There we go. Yeah, we bid you good night. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley. For Harry, for everybody who's been a part of this, good night, sleep tight, and may your sporty balls be strong, huge, and ever shiny. Good night, everybody.